My grandmother never let anyone say thank you out loud in her house. Last week I caught myself stopping my daughter from saying it, and I still don't know why. She died in March. I was 7 the first time she caught me. I'd handed my cousin a glass of water, he said thank you, and before I could even smile my grandmother crossed the whole kitchen and clammed her hand over his mouth. We don't say those words in this house, she said. Flat voice. Shaking hand. Why yeah? Because someone is always keeping count. Everyone thought she was strange. We learned to nod instead, to squeeze a hand, to say you're kind, anything but those 2 words. Guests thought we were rude. She didn't care. Then last Tuesday my daughter Nella took a cookie from my aunt and started to say it, and my hand shot over her mouth before I decided to move. The table went silent. My aunt looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. You too, she whispered, and got up and left. That night I went to clear out the house, and under a floorboard in the bedroom I found a box. Inside was a leather ledger. Water-stained, packed with tiny handwriting. Names. Dates going back to 1961. Amounts $200, $1,400, $6,000. And beside every entry, underlined in a heavier hand, 2 words, thank you. I was still holding it when someone knocked. An old man stood on the porch in a gray coat, hat in his hands. I'd seen him twice in my life, both times at funerals. My great-uncle Costa. Little one, he said, smiling. I came the moment I heard. May I? He was inside before I answered. He looked around the room the way you look at a car you're about to buy. She kept the house nice, he said. I paid for that roof, you know, in '89. And the furnace. And your mother's wedding. He sat down in my grandmother's chair. Family helps family. That's kind of you, I said. The words came out automatically. Anything but thank you. He tilted his head, almost disappointed. You sound just like her. Then his eyes dropped to the ledger in my lap, and everything in his face changed. Where did you get that? Under the floor. He held out his hand. That's mine. Give it here. I didn't. I opened it instead, to a page near the front. Elena, 1974, $6,000. Thank you. I looked up. That's my grandmother's sister. She lived in your house. She never left it until she died. She was grateful, he said softly. For what? For everything I gave this family. He leaned forward. You don't understand how it works, so let me teach you, since your grandmother never would. When I help someone and they thank me out loud, where God in the room can hear it, the debt is real. It's owed. That's the old way. That's respect. He smiled again. Your grandmother stole 40 years of respect from me, teaching you children to keep your mouths shut. But she's gone now, and you just told me it wasn't kind of me. So, he stood. The house is mine. She never paid me back. I'll be generous. You have a week to be out. I should have been afraid. Instead, I turned to the last page, the one I'd already read 3 times in the truck outside. It wasn't in his handwriting. It was in hers. You want me to read the last entry, uncle? His smile flickered. Costa, 1974 to 2024. 50 years. I stood too. And then a list. Every check he ever wrote and everything he took for it. Elena's house. The Marlin Street house. My mother's ring. The dates he came to collect. I turned the book so he could see her writing. She wasn't keeping count of us. She was keeping count of you. His face went the color of old paper. There's a copy, I said. She mailed it to a lawyer back in October. And to the county. She wrote a letter to send with it. I found the draft. She said she was too scared to mail it while she was alive because you'd take the last of us. She stopped being scared, right there at the end. You're lying, he whispered. The knock at the door made him flinch. Through the window I could see 2 of them on the porch, and behind them a car with a county seal on the door. They called this morning, I said. They wanted to know if the family still had the original. I told them to come get it. He lunged for the ledger. I stepped back and held it against my chest, and for the first time in my life, inside that house, I said the words on purpose. I looked him dead in the eye. Thank you, Uncle Costa, for everything you gave this family. He was still screaming that it was his when they folded him into the car.